So has he done all that already? Yes, for me. But do people know it, live in it, experience it? No. And that's our role. So I want no one to be separated from God by their own choice, because I think that's what happens, because we've not presented a gospel which is good news. I want to present the good news of God's love to people in such a way that they want to have a relationship with God. I don't want to present bad news, which means that they don't want a relationship with that sort of, eternal, consciously tormenting God. Because I think the world has rejected that message already and doesn't want it. Most people who are saying they're atheists actually say that because, and this includes Dawkins and others, because of that very thing. How could I possibly believe a God exists who would torment and punish his children forever and ever and ever, ongoingly? And I am also an atheist to that God. I don't believe in that God whatsoever, but absolutely I believe in preaching the good news. I would want no one to end up in a place where they are separated from knowing the love of God, even though I don't believe anyone can ever be separated from the love of God, because that's what it says in Romans 8.
Nothing can separate us.
Not even ourselves can separate us from the love of God. It says nothing created, nothing has happened, nothing will happen can separate us from the love of God, because I believe the fire of God's consuming presence is the fire of his love, and anyone who does not have a relationship with God the Father through Jesus the Son and through what he did on the cross will end up choosing to go to that place of the fire of God's presence. And I am sure, having been there and seen it, that they will feel in anguish and tormented of soul. But God is not tormenting them. And God is not punishing them. God is putting them in the fire to purify and refine them so that they can choose to accept that Jesus is Lord even after they physically die. That's my view. Do I want anyone to go there? Absolutely not. I mean, I've been in the fire of God's presence, knowing intently his love, and it scared me rigid. Well, not rigid, because I was shaking. I was literally shaking because of going into the fire of God's presence, and I knew he loved me. What must it be like for those who are in the fire of God's presence and not know that they're loved? It's a terrible place. So I am, I've never, ever said anything different anywhere than that.